Hello and welcome to my channel. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy it. Please subscribe to this channel and also click the little bell to be notified every time I upload. Thank you for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can see, we're doing a green and black look. I hope you enjoy watching this video. If you do, give it a big thumbs up, and if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Well, as you can see, I've got my base already done. I've got my contouring done and my highlighting, so let's go straight in and have a go with the eyes. Now, as you know, I'm going to be doing a green look today, so I'm going to be using my KVD Vegan Beauty green on my waterline. This is actually a lip liner, but because it's KVD Vegan Beauty, they are eye safe as well, which is fantastic because I think they're about £16 these, and they come in such a huge range of colours. And if you've got a Debenhams near you, you can order KVD Vegan Beauty from Debenhams and get it sent to you, or once this whole situation is over, maybe go and pick one up. So that is the eyeliner done. The first colour I'm going to take is a dark green, and I've got this little palette here by Eunique Beauty. One of the colours did unfortunately die and just got completely ruined and went all over the shop, but the other four are fantastic. There's a lovely black, so I'm going to start with that just in both corners, just a little tiny bit in each corner, and then start blending that over. And this is going to be, as I say, mainly a green look. So the thing with eyeshadow colours is, when I was young, if you had blue eyes, you did blue eyeshadow, brown eyes, brown eyeshadow, etc, etc, and it didn't really leave much room for experimentation. This was, of course, in the 70s, when the world and his dog wore blue eyeshadow, as you probably know. But I didn't really wear a lot of eyeshadow then. I was not really a makeup girl in my teens until the late 70s, and that's when punk exploded onto the scene, and my makeup with it. Back in those days, you couldn't really buy punk clothes. Vivienne Westwood had opened a shop in London, but I wasn't old enough to go to London on my own, and therefore it was really a lot of homemade DIY stuff. If you wore your shirt, like one of your dad's old shirts, or you got a shirt at a jumble sale and ripped the collar off, that was like the most outrageous thing that people had ever seen. If you then decided to wear a tie with it, with no collar, with a shirt, heavens above, it was such a radical thing to do. Of course, you can't really imagine it nowadays. So I'm taking the dark green and just going over where I've put the black. I'm using the same brush. It's a Revolution Beauty brush, just one of their blending brushes. And what I might do is get a slightly smaller brush, get this dark green, and just put it along so I can blend it up a bit more, and put a bit under here as well. There we go. So what was I saying? Oh yes, got your dad's shirt, and it was 1977, and I remember the Sex Pistols, of whom you would have heard tell, were really quite large and in charge of the music scene in those days. Well, of the tabloid press's version of the music scene anyway. And they used to have big, full-sized, massive newspapers called Melody Maker and New Musical Express and things like that. And you could cut out the advertisements for your favourite punk band's records and then safety pin them to your shirt, the back or the front or whatever it was, and that was seen as, you know, quite the thing to do. And of course you couldn't do all this in your bedroom and then go out. This was very much the birth of you're not going out dressed like that, which I'm sure we've all heard at some stage in our lives. Anyway, that's a dark green that I've put on there. Let's just try and make it a little bit more equal. There we go. Make it go all the way up alongside my nose. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Look Good Feel Better brush. Now you won't know that as a brand. What it is a charity, Look Good Feel Better. And this is my MUA palette that I'm using here. It's called the Tropical Oceana palette, and there's quite a lot of nice colours in it. They're very pale, which is why I like this palette, because they're good for doing the edges of things. Anyway, Look Good Feel Better, this charity, help people. It used to just be women, but now it's men as well, who are going through cancer and who have had to have chemotherapy and who have lost their hair. And of course, back in 2017, when I had cancer and had lost all my hair, they were at the right place in the right time. And you would go along and there'd be about, I don't know, about a dozen ladies sitting around a big conference table in a big room, and we would all get given a mirror and some brushes and some makeup, and the lady who would be leading the session would talk us through the best ways to look after yourself when you weren't really feeling like putting on makeup or doing anything to do with being pretty at all. How to make your eyelashes look as if they were there, but of course they weren't. How to draw eyebrows on. Just basic things to help people who are in a situation where makeup can really make you feel good again and good about yourself. So when you've had this session, they give you a little goodie bag of makeup and these nice brushes, and it's quite something. So they do wonderful work, and I've tried to help them since I've been better by doing makeup tutorials at my work. I did one down at the police station, just to raise money for charity to give to them. I was going to run the half marathon for them, but after I then had to have my hip replaced, I can't really do that far on a hard road surface anymore. I said to the woman, you know, I'm quite happy to run for you for charity on an off-road race, but I don't think they really do very much of that. So anywho, I'm just wiping this on my tea towel. We're putting a very pale light green around the edge of the dark green, And what I might do is go back in with the black and just try and darken up those corners again. So yeah, so green. I never used to wear green because it was my school uniform colour. Couldn't bear it. After having to wear a green skirt and a green blazer and a green tie for 4 years, which of course when you're a teenager is the longest time, I'm never going to wear anything green ever again. And for a long time I never did. I didn't buy anything green, didn't have any jewellery with anything green in it or makeup, but now that is well and truly consigned to the past, and I actually quite like green. I think it makes my eyes, which are quite a pale shade of blue, I think it makes them look even bluer. Anywho, we're here now with the general gist, and what I'm going to do is put the green metallic from this Eunique Beauty palette in the centre. So I'm just going to switch my mirror over so I can see in a bit more detail. So I'm going to put that right in the middle there, and this is a lovely colour right in the middle there, and it's a lovely sort of shimmery, mossy sort of green, and if you just try and pull the black in from the edges just to blend like that, and then the piece de resistance, the wonderful Barry M holographic eyeshadow topper. Yep, holographic eyeshadow topper in Supernova, that's the green one. Got put onto these by Make Me Up Misser, lovely Scottish makeup YouTuber. Love her, she's brilliant. And you put a little bit of that on there, put a little bit of that on there, and then just use finger just to blend it in slightly. There we go. And what I sometimes do is put a tiny drop just underneath my lower lash line and bring it down like that in a sort of Tears of Clown sort of way. And then on to, let's make sure it looks all right there. Yeah, there we go. On to the eyeliner, and I have my fantastic Poundland liquid eyeliner. This is where everyone usually says, oh, I'm going to go and do this off camera. I've missed a bit. I'm not going to go and do this off camera because I haven't really got time. So I'm just going to do it now. So we just take it right down to there, right along the top, and down to the other corner. And then the thing to do is lean on something. I'm leaning on the table, I'm looking straight ahead, and I'm just imagining, there we go, that I can do a flick, and I did. I just take the inside down. No, I won't, there's nothing left on the brush. Take the inside down fraction, and the idea is that you just basically have them in parallel. And then you can join that up there. So, and then as you see, there's a big gap because of my very hooded eyes, so I just join it up. And then when I open my eye, it's not too bad. So I do it on the other side. Take it along here. And of course I've got one eye which is slightly more hooded than the other. None of us are symmetrical. I think there's an experiment you can do with a mirror where you try and look at yourself using a mirror down the half of your face and look at the face that it makes, and it doesn't look like you. It's quite bizarre. Anyway, let's take this out the other side again. So again, you're going to try and get it parallel in that way. Just flick it up, and that's of course way out. Get it to come down, get it to go across, get it to join up. And of course, if you keep talking and moving, no one's ever going to notice that they're not completely symmetrical. Well, maybe they will. You probably will, because you can stop the picture and have a look and see that they're not completely symmetrical. But there we go. Anywho, that's that. So the next thing I'm going to do is just put a little bit of shimmery green, super cheap. Again, it's the Pound Shop, or Poundland as they're now called. Put a tiny bit there, tiny bit there. See how that works. Start off with, where is it? The Lash Princess False Lash Effect by Essence. The only mascara to use. I'm telling you, this is the stuff. It really is. It has a curved wand, so it really helps make your lashes look a little bit more than they were. I used to have super long ones, but as I say, they never really came back the same as they were after chemotherapy. But then a lot of things didn't. My lung capacity never came back the same way it was. I mean, I had asthma before, so I wasn't like the greatest at breathing, but it's slightly worse than it was. So when I'm trying to run, and I'm trying to run fast sometimes, it is quite difficult when you can't really get enough breath in. I think it's like trying to breathe through something, it feels like almost. Anyway, get that done. Let's put some eyebrows on, shall we? My trusty, where is it? There it is. My trusty black felt tip. And we go 1, and we go 2. Again, completely asymmetrical. So yes, my battery just died, of course it did. I'm going to finish off now, and what we do is lips and lashes. So I've got some super cheap lashes that I get from my local Savers. They are £2, £3. I might push the boat out and get some of the £4 ones occasionally, but not very often. I'm going to put some duo glue on the lashes. I have been experimenting with putting the lash glue on my actual eyelids, but I'm not super sort of happy about that. I don't know, it just seems dangerous and wrong, but we've got to live on the edge, haven't we? So I'm just going to leave it on for a minute, minute and a half, sometimes 2 minutes. The thing with it is if you put it on and you don't leave it long enough, your lashes are just going to fall off and you're going to be all over the shop. So let's get that off my finger. Will it come off my finger? Yes, it will come off my finger. There we go. So while that is doing that, we are going to do some lips. Now for this, I've got a black lip to go with the green eye, obviously, and I'm using my Revolution Black. It comes as a lip kit. You get a lip liner and a liquid lipstick, and I actually think it's really very good. Okay, it's not Jeffree Star, but then what is? And of course it's like a billionth of the price, but it's good. There we go. Nice wand. Looks very glossy, but it's not. I like this wand very much because it's easy to control. And then the top lip. And the other half. Desperately trying not to make this video too long. So what I do like to do is take my little mini KVD Vegan Beauty tattoo liner, just give myself a little point. I don't know why I like doing that, I just do. It may catch on, it may not. Right, so lashes, here we go. One. And don't forget, when you buy lashes, you probably might have to cut them to size. I know I always do. There we go. Get the stick. Then you give them a good squeeze onto your freshly mascaraed real lashes. It does help as well. There we go. And then just go along the lash line with an old and not that expensive felt tip liner, because it will pick up some of the glue and it will ruin it for any other job. So this is the one I have. I keep just for doing that. Just helps to push it on, to go over the glue, make sure it's in the right place, and cover up any white glue that's remaining. But as I say, it does get glue on the tip, so don't do it with a really nice one or a really expensive one. And there we are, really. Green, black. I've got a green highlighter on. I hope you like that. I've got my eyebrows on. I've got my little Diamante cat ears, which are now going to come off. And we give our hair a boof. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.